Welcome to SportsScope Live. Today we're going to take you through a quick overview of the SportsScope Live app. Once you've had the opportunity to check your iPad or iPhone device compatibility, you're also going to want to make sure that your iOS is up to date with 14 plus. Once you've done that, visit the App Store and search SportsScope Live to download the app. Once you have the app downloaded, go ahead and open it on your device. And on the first time opening it, you will be prompted for access to your camera and microphone, which you want to hit OK on. You can always visit the settings on your iPad or iPhone and scroll down in the menu to the SportsScope Live app to double check that those microphone and cameras are activated later on as well. On the left side of your screen, you'll notice a record button. This is actually a tool that is available for you to download clips or durations and save those files directly on your device. The first time that you use it, you will want to hit that record button and let it run for a few seconds, and then your iPad's going to prompt and ask for access to your photos, which you want to click all photos on. Similar, you can visit the settings on your device later on to double check that that is activated. If you put your finger on the screen in a location and hold it down, you'll notice the zoom dial will appear. By simply going up and down with your finger, that will control your zoom. In the lower center of your screen, you notice the audio on button. Audio is always on during a live broadcast, but you can mute it temporarily by placing your finger on the button and holding it down. Once you release, your audio will go back on to the live broadcast. In the upper right-hand corner of your screen, you notice a gear icon. Go ahead and click that gear icon. This is where you're going to be able to edit your scoreboard and also add your advertising images. My scoreboard's already set to generic, and if I click that, you'll see that it provides me with a full drop-down menu of the various scoreboards that we have available. For the advertising image, mine was already activated, and I have a few logos preloaded in there. You can refer to the user manual in terms of steps as well as the specifications for these, but they do need to be a 1-to-1 ratio or a square image. They can be JPEG or PNG files as well. You can load multiple logos into your advertising area and click through those during a live broadcast as well. For now, I'm going to go ahead and leave my 3 that are available to me here. I'm going to click Done, and I'm back to the camera view. Now you can see I can click on my logo there in the upper right-hand corner, and it'll switch between the various logos that I have available. This black icon is a JPEG, so it has a white background on it. The other 2 that you can see here are PNG files. So the blue with no background, I have a white with no background, and then back to the black. To edit your scoreboard, all you actually have to do is click home and away or the scores itself, and you'll see your keyboard will appear. If you want to change these to city names, school names, abbreviations, you're welcome to do so. You can change the score in this generic scoreboard simply by clicking the plus and minus below the scores that are available. You can also use your keyboard to edit those manually if you choose to do so. To hide your keyboard, just click the keyboard down button in the lower right-hand corner of your keyboard, or on iPhones, just hit the return button. And that's it as far as the basic tools that are available for you. Now we're going to go ahead and hit Go Live in the upper left-hand corner of our screen, and this is where it's going to prompt you for your Stream ID. Stream IDs are specific to teams. When you sign up as a school, you're likely going to receive a fairly long list of the basic sports or the sports that you requested. For gymnastics, you may be using a multi-view setup, so those camera angles are actually going to be linked together. You really only need to edit one calendar, and it'll actually auto-populate on the other ones as well. So I've entered my Stream ID here. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And now you can see that it's showing me my calendar view where I can add my various games and events. I can click the plus sign to the left of the 30th here today, or I can click Add Event in the upper right-hand corner. Now, in the user manual, we do have various notes available that show you how exactly to set up a game or multiple games that could be back-to-back, such as a JV and varsity game, or maybe you're a gymnastics program and you're running a day event with multiple sessions and you want to create a ticket where an individual can purchase for one session and then continue to watch for the rest of the day. Refer to that user manual for those specific instructions in terms of the start and the end times for those various events. For today, I'm going to go ahead and just hit the plus sign on today's date. I'm going to add the event and name it Test. And when you're setting up events, you can actually start your live stream up to 1 hour prior to your scheduled start. So for me today, it is 11:26 a.m. local time. So I'm just going to go ahead and set my start time as noon. Now for the end time, you can see that I have 11 o'clock in there. So the program is going to default to an $11 ticket because I'm essentially telling it that I'm about to stream for 11 hours. We do have a $7 minimum on our streams that essentially then provides you with 7 hours of streaming. Refer to the user manual and it gives you again more specifics in terms of setting up those events start and end times and ensuring that you're taking into account enough time to get your event completed. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to my calendar. And now you can see at the top of the calendar, it's recognizing that I have an event coming up within the hour, so I'm eligible to start that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Start Stream in the lower left-hand corner. It's going to flip me back to my production view, and you can see in the upper left-hand corner, I have my Go Live button blinking. I have a connecting status. Now I have my pause and stop event has appeared because it's in the process of establishing a connection. My live button has gone green, and now I have a number present next to my status. Ideally, we want to see that number up around 5,000. When you first start your stream, it is going to show a lower number, but that will typically rise over time, just depending on your connection speed. Now, what I tell everyone is the most important thing on your screen when you are live streaming is that number next to your status. I know that the live button is green and it's easy to look at, but if you ever are in a situation where you are live streaming a game, you have the green live button and you have a status but no number next to that status, you're going to want to reset your stream because no number present next to the status essentially tells you that you're not pushing data out, and so you're not live streaming in that situation. Clearly I am here, but for the sake of showing you how to do a quick reset on my stream, I'm going to go ahead and hit Stop Event in the top center of my screen. I'm going to hit Stop Stream to confirm that, and you can see that it's going to take me back to my main view. So now I no longer have a status present. I have my Go Live button there in the upper left-hand corner. So to reset my stream, all I have to do is hit Go Live, OK on my stream ID. It takes me back to my calendar, already recognizes that I have an event that is eligible to be started, so I can just go ahead and hit Start Stream in the lower left-hand corner. Takes you back through the connecting process. You'll establish that connection, and you're right back to live streaming your event. Now, we do have some additional features, including the pause option that's available for you. This is really designed for pregame or halftime situations, or if you experience, some delays leading up to your event itself. You can actually use that pause feature, and it will show a message over your video player for your viewers. So if I click pause event, you can see that I have a few different options available. I have pregame, I have halftime, intermission, weather delay, etc. For pregame, I recommend starting your stream up to 30 minutes prior to your scheduled start time. Viewers can purchase tickets to your live stream once you go live with a camera. So starting your event a good 30 minutes prior to your first scheduled start time gives you a nice little pregame window where they can get logged on, purchase their ticket, and get set up to watch the game. Now at halftime, I may want to pause that and let them know that I'm just at intermission. That way you don't stop the broadcast and they get a message on their screen saying that the broadcast has been stopped by your team. Use that pause feature in the halftime and click yes. And then as mentioned, that's going to show a nice message to your viewers saying that it's halftime so they know that they can take a break, walk away from their screen. Once you're ready to come back to live action, all you have to do is hit Go Live, OK on your stream ID, Start Stream on your calendar, and you're going right back into your connected status. At the end of the game, when you are ready to finish, I'm going to go ahead and put a few extra scores up here in the upper right-hand corner on my scoreboard. But when I stop the event, you notice that you have the option to report a score. Similarly, this will show a message over your video player after your game is concluded, and it's going to auto-load whatever comes from your scoreboard. So I've gone ahead and hit 1 to 2, and so I'm going to go ahead and stop my stream, and my event is completed. So again, you can refer to the user manual for more in-depth information or more specifics on the event calendar aspect when setting up events. Or you're welcome to email us at live@sportscope.com, and we can answer any questions that you have.